Rubilia is here, so for this video we will be doing some A0 and A1 damage tests with her on 2 different comps. The meta comp, which is Fiona, Fenrir, and Rubilia, and we'll also try replacing Fiona with Lynn. We will also try Claudia's 4-piece matrices and show why I highly recommend for you to use it on these teams. Starting off with the meta comp, the rotation that I will be using is the one that Maggie showcased on her analysis. Although I'll be tweaking some things a bit, it's basically the same. Also, if you haven't heard already, in order for this team to deal decent damage we're gonna need Fenrir to be at least A3. Going in with pre-charged energy we use subskill and Fiona discharge, then both of her skills. Change into Fenrir, do the skills and dash attack combo before swapping to a Rubilia discharge. We use the skill, and after that we replenish the Thorn's HP by doing 2 dash attacks. Quickly swap into Fiona's skill, then back into Fenrir, and do the attack pattern that you prefer while waiting for her cooldown. After using both claws, we use again Rubilia's discharge, plus her skill, then the dash attacks. The cycle then repeats from here. But in this part it would be best to use all dash attacks before discharging with Rubilia, because you would face a cooldown issue if you don't. My 2-minute parses on Cactus with this rotation results in around 115 to 120 million damage. Next we'll try the very same lineup with the very same rotation, but we'll equip Claudia matrices on Fenrir. Around the time we use Rubilia's discharge the second time, you might notice something different, and that's the cooldown of her skill being a little bit closer to 0 now. This is due to the effect of Claudia's 4-piece matrices. By using both of Fenrir's clawing skill, we can lower Rubilia's skill cooldown by 3 seconds, that's the minimum at 0 stars, and this 3-second deduction is going to be a big help to our rotation. Here we can see that if we take our sweet time on Fenrir, by the time that we use Rubilia's discharge, her skill will be already up, and missing the timing will result in a slight DPS loss. Immediately using Rubilia's discharge after Fenrir's second claw skill should give you less than 5 seconds, and a perfect time frame to cast the skill after the animation. Also, don't forget about the discharge damage boost that we can get, so this should lead to a more tight or compact rotation, and will give us better damage output in the long run. My 2-minute parses with Claudia matrices resulted in an average of 130 to 140 million damage. A huge jump from the set without it, which averages from 115 to 120. Now, let's take a look at parses with Rubilia being A1. The one on the left is with Claudia matrices, and the one on the right uses Scylla. Here's a little bit of summary of the 2-minute parses on both advancements. My Volt and Crit did increase a little due to the weapon advancement bonus, but that's not something that would greatly affect these numbers. Now that we've seen that using Claudia matrices is better for me, we'll now test it out on real combat. Our testing ground will be OOW Floor 3. Just for the record that I unequipped every buffs that I have. Here's the results of the OOW tests that I've conducted. The damage increase from A0 to A1 is very noticeable and seems like a nice advancement to have as usual. Moving on, we'll now do similar tests with Lynn on the team instead of Fiona. Maybe a simple rotation breakdown to get things started, but do take note that this is just something that I've cooked up, and is not the optimal rotation for this team. You can tweak some things here and there, or you can make your own to find what you're comfortable with. First, we cast Lynn's Realm, do a few hits if you have 2-piece matrices equipped, then swap into Fenrir. Do her skill and dash attack combo until you get enough energy for a Rubilia discharge. Use her skill, dash attack twice, back to Fenrir to do more dash attacks while waiting for cooldown. After the second claw skill, use up all of your remaining dash attacks before discharging into Rubilia. Do basic attacks if skill is still on cooldown, and use it once it's up. Don't forget to do dash attacks, then swap into a Lin skill before going back to Fenrir. Once all of her skills are used, do at least 5 dash attacks before swapping into another Rubilia discharge. Then you just do the usual thing with her on field. Swap into Lin, jump, cancel the discharge, and then just keep repeating this part of the cycle. The result of my 2-minute parses with this lineup averages on 95 to 100 million damage. Next, we'll do the same rotation with 4pc Claudia equipped on Fenrir. The only thing that changes here is that when you're at the part where you have to repeat the cycle, instead of using 5 dash attacks, you only need 3 now thanks to the cooldown reduction. My 2-minute parses with Claudia matrices resulted in an average of 110 to 115 million damage, yet another huge jump from the former set which averaged 95 to 100 million. Now, let's try parsing with A1 Rubilia. Here's a little bit of summary of the 2-minute parses on both advancements. My Volt and Crit did increase a little due to the weapon advancement bonus, but that's not something that would greatly affect these numbers. Now, it's time to do some tests on real combat. Testing ground will still be on OOW floor 3. For these runs, I'm using Claudia matrices since we're limit testing. Here's the results of the OOW tests that I've conducted. And here's the results of all the best possible lineups available to me. The parse on Cactus gives my altered Volt team an edge of about 15 million, but I guess on real combat, the meta Volt shines more, even at these advancements. What do you guys think of Rubilia? Share your thoughts down on comments.